we actually connect cars,
Okay.
and how can we use artificial intelligence to make autonomous vehicles more safe. Yes. So we have at the moment 5 patents. We're developing right now another one. And this field is pretty wide open, right? So whenever you have a team of people together and think about autonomous vehicles and developing software in that space and make it more safe, then you see also that you have possibilities to acquire patents from universities.
Oh, for universities.
That's what we did on some patents,
Okay.
but we wrote also patents ourselves in terms of making emergency handoffs or putting artificial intelligence layers into autonomous vehicles. RMCC is the Remote Monitoring and Control Center.
Okay.
And we have, first of all, Guident developed software for autonomous vehicles using artificial intelligence, right? And the whole goal is to make this safer and also make sure that we have a faster path to level 4 and level 5 autonomy. We're trying to get to level 4 and level 5 much faster, and using this software and of course the autonomous vehicle industry. But this is a very important point, because there is one school of thought saying we're developing software for the autonomous vehicle industry or with them.
Okay.
Right? On the other side, there is another possibility to actually provide software for the operators using our autonomous vehicles.
Okay.
And that seems to be right now the faster path, because the operators have special requirements to the AV companies.
I got it.
And therefore, we're working more at the moment with operators together and influencing the autonomous vehicle industry to their vertical integration to put actually software in their vehicles that it can be also remote monitored and remote controlled from a control center. There's a legal requirement in the US in several states, not all of the states right now, but we know exactly which states, and Florida is one state,
Right.
that requires when an autonomous vehicle hit a road, a public road,
Okay.
there's a legal requirement to have some sort of intervention to that car from a human.
Oh.
So now that human can be in the car,
Right.
or
Or it could
that
be
human
remote.
can be remote. We have, of course, chosen the path that human should be remote, because otherwise it doesn't make sense from an economic point of view. And every operator tells us we want to get rid of the driver. One of the newer business cases is smart cities. What we did is we started, we participate in a competition of the FAU. They call it FAU Launch Competition, with more than 200 startup companies.
Wow, okay.
And we won. We won.
We're number one.
We won that
Wow,
thing,
yeah.
which comes with a grant and with some money, and also with a lot of other perks.
Nice.
Like we can use a lot of let's say perks. Very good program from the FAU.
Okay. Okay.
And we are participating right now into that.
So you have the RMCC, you won an award with a startup, Florida Atlantic University Startup Award, over 200 startups, and now you're going into the go-to-market strategy, is that right?
Yes, so at the moment we're looking for our second top-up, I would say, of the initial seed round. The initial seed round was done, $300,000.
$300,000, okay.
We did. Now we're looking for $2 million
Okay.
as our top-up of the seed round. We wanted to create that first monitoring and control center in Florida.
Okay.
Just before you and I met today, I had a discussion with a person in Boca in a very interesting facility to build our first remote monitoring and control center.
Wow.
They're very excited about having us in there.
Yeah.
So that actually is the next big thing. We are developing software right now. We are developing the streaming activity, the connectivity, and then we wanted to build that monitoring and control center this year, operational in the first quarter of 2021. started with the board of directors. So we got together with some of, I would call them industry captains, right? So there's Johan Denischen, very well known in the automotive industry at the moment. He's the COO of Volkswagen Group.
Okay.
And he was also with General Motors before.
Okay.
He was the president in Japan of Infiniti, and a lot of everybody knows him in the automotive industry. Then we have Dan Grossman, which was known as the COO of Zipcars. Right, which
Zipcar, wow, that's
which he sold to Avis, and so he's a serial entrepreneur. He's also working with us. Then we have Dr. Gross in Miami from Tech Capital, and myself. So and we're trying to start up the company, and with that I hired Dr. Castaneda from the FAU, Michael Trunk. I know both gentlemen from Dialogic, where I was in the board, and we sold the company in December last year to Enghouse in Canada. And these two developers were available, so we
you integrate the developers
directly into our company.
You roll them into a new venture, basically.
We roll them directly into a new venture, which was perfect. See a person on top of it. The person is the driver, the remote driver. Right?
Yeah, I see over here.
And he has a screen in front of him, but in the future I see that it is just a screen in the room, right? So you see, you can actually dial into the car, so to say, and see what's going on. Very important is there that we have the software layers there in cybersecurity, so that the access is secured, that we have artificial intelligence algorithm to use all the available data of the vehicle from the environment and wherever we can get the data from. Think about it like this. The remote driver controls 200 cars, let's say, 200 AVs in a certain area. And all of them are green. There's a green dot on that vehicle in a certain area. Suddenly, some dots turn yellow.
Right.
What happened? So, because of artificial intelligence, these dots turn yellow.
Right.
And the driver, the remote driver, will directly dial into that and check what's going on there.
Oh.
Maybe the weather is changing. Maybe there are accidents in the area. Maybe the vehicle is not working.
Right.
Or has some issues. So then this remote driver will directly look into that. Right. The other green areas, they're
fine.
They're fine.
Right.
Yeah? So that is how we actually can scale that model. Think about it. In 5-6 years, you have 10,000 vehicles running around, and you have then, of course, 100 drivers or more, and they take care about a certain area. Yeah. So and that's what we wanted to do. And the focus right now is on, when you see that slide on the right-hand side, you see robots.
Right.
You see also people movers, right? And you see delivery kind of drones. We call them land-based or terrestrial drones. Not the flying drones, the land-based drones, like the Neuros and the Navias and the Starships and so on. They are already allowed on roads in the US. And we need to control them. Latency is a big issue, of course.
Right.
Latency translates into yards, right? When you have more latency, the vehicle is...
I already hit the pedestrian.
and we don't want to have that happen. So that means latency is a very important point. And of course, reliability. And we are developing right now algorithms based on 5G or even
4G.
On 4G or with a different network. So there are lots of challenges. On the other side, they are there to be solved. And we are part of the solution.